using my Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer in the shade Light. I believe it's the second lightest shade they carry. I go a few shades lighter than my skin tone because I really want to highlight this area. Can I help you? Like, I'm gonna need you to just... There we go. Like I was saying, I really want to highlight this area right here because it lifts the cheekbones up and it makes your eyes look a lot brighter. And I also put it on the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, and a little bit on my chin. So I'm just going to dab it on first, and I will be blending it out with a beauty blender. And then I just put it in a triangle motion. Well, not a triangle motion. I put it in a triangle shape below my eye. So now that that's done, I'm taking my dirty, damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend that out. And the good thing about a beauty blender is, and why so many people use it to contour... You have something to say? Why so many people use it to contour is... Really? Is this necessary? No, it's not. Like I was saying, the reason people use it to use for cream contouring is because it soaks up a lot of the extra product, so you're not moving it around too much. And like, you know, those diagrams you see on like Instagram with like the girl that has a ton of cream, like dark cream, light, dark, like, everywhere. And they just like go in with a beauty blender, just go all out, and you think that that would like not work. Well, it's because the beauty blender soaks up so much of the product that it does work, and it doesn't like create like a muddy look. And I'm not saying that it soaks up a ton of product to where you're wasting product, but it soaks up just the right amount, so you're not... I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with him. I think he's hungry. I'm trying to film. Do it first, now it's just annoying. I'm gonna go in with my NYX HD Finishing Powder in the shade Banana. And I do later go in with the contour kit from Anastasia with the shade Banana, but I find that this one, you can pack on a lot more product. With the Banana one from Anastasia, you really can't. And it kind of makes the powder really disgusting. So I like load my brush up, and I just like go in and pack it on. And I also do my eyelid area because that really helps when I put on shadow, to blend out my shadow. And I'm not going to let this bake just because I'm not really going for an intense highlight. I just want to set it. And I'm using my Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35. It's my absolute favorite brush for this. I really don't think I could find a brush better than this because it tapers up so you can really get in the corners. And I'm not touching anything below the highlighted area. I'm not going into like this area because I am going to set that with a mineral powder. Okay, so now that that is all set, I'm going to go in with NYX Mineral Set It, Don't Fret It. And I'm in this shade Medium Dark. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on the lid. And then put on my brush, tap it off. And just put it where I didn't highlight. So like right here, and like on the sides. This just sets my foundation that I had already had on. Oh, which I didn't mention, I was wearing foundation before. I'm using Tarte Amazonian Clay in the shade Tan Honey. This is my go-to foundation. I honestly like don't know what I would do without this. If you want like a full product review, I'd be happy to give one, but it is definitely one of the better foundations I've used. And since my skin is freaking out lately, I don't know if you can tell, I've needed a lot of full coverage. Okay, so now that that is done, we're gonna get into the contouring. So my go-to kit is definitely the contour kit from Anastasia. I use the light to medium, and it's the original, so this is like the original shades that come in this kit, and like now you can go on their website and customize whatever you want. And I did already go through an entire like banana shade, so I did order another one offline because this is like my absolute favorite. I like this one too. This one I don't like. If I could get it out of the kit, I would. It's like a shimmery shade almost, but it's not enough of a shimmery shade to like highlight. Like, you know how to use like an illuminator right here. It's not enough. And then I really love all three of these shades. I use this one for my nose contour, and I kind of mix these two for my normal contour. So for my everyday contour, I kind of go pretty heavy than most girls would. But the point of contouring is to add depth and shadow to your face, and so it makes it look like a slimmer face. And, you know, people will do it on their jawline and like their nose to make their bridge more prominent, and they'll do like the size of their forehead if they think their forehead is too big. So there are a lot of ways you can contour that, you know, isn't what you see on Instagram every day, isn't what you see on YouTube every day. Because like if you have like more of a heart-shaped face or you have more of a square face, there are ways to contour that you can like hide that. Like if you have more of a square face, you could contour here so it doesn't look so square. Now with me, I have a pretty standard oval face, so I just do the standard contour. But if there are things you want to hide, like you have a really big forehead, you can contour here to make it smaller. Or if you have like a giant nose and you hate your nose and you just want to like, you know, make it more slimmer, you can do that with contouring too. Honestly, contouring is like plastic surgery for a day. Like if you really can do it right and you really practice at it, it can really make your face look not completely different, but it can definitely give it a new look and make you look more slender. That's why I do it, because I think I have really chubby cheeks in my opinion. So when I do it, it's because I'm making my face slimmer. So I'm using this kind of brush right now. It's from BH. I got it in a brush kit that I actually got for clients, but I use this one for me. It's not my favorite brush. I'm still on the lookout for a really good brush to contour. I switch back and forth between multiple. I'm never happy with my contouring. To me, I'm still practicing every day. It's not perfect. In no way or shape or form do I think that I'm like amazing at contouring. There are so many girls on Instagram that are just so much better, and I practice every day, but this is just my outlook and how I do my contouring. So for what I do is I do the sides, my cheekbones, and to find it, a lot of people will say like you do like the fishy face, so you look stuck in your cheeks and you find your cheekbone. To me, that doesn't work. So what I learned actually is you take a brush and you roll it, and wherever it starts indenting is where your cheekbone is. So again, you roll it, and where it starts indenting is like where you should start contouring, and that's usually where I will contour. And you don't ever want to bring it down all the way here, because then it looks so like obvious that you have makeup right there. I stop right here. I kind of want to stop at the end of your eye, or even the end of your eyebrow if you want, because you want it to look more natural, like it's a shadow. And I do it on this side, and then I do my nose. This side's my forehead, a little bit up here, not too much. I don't think I have that big of a forehead, but I just like to. And then I do my jawline sometimes if I'm feeling fancy. So I'm going to take this shade. I take the side of the brush, or not the side, I take the front of the brush and I just dip it in. Tap off the excess, and then I just start gently, and don't like push, like just gently put it in, because you can always add more product. You can't take product away unless you want to do your entire face over again, which I'm really I'm pretty positive you don't want to. So again, like I said, I'm stopping about right here. I'm just going to keep bringing that, and you want to blend it in here because you don't want it to look obvious that you're wearing a contour, I guess. I'm going to do the same on this side. And I kind of do circular motions too to blend it. I was always worried when I first started contouring that if I turned to the side, you'd be able to see it, but I don't really care anymore. I was like so scared of that because I didn't know what I was doing, and I honestly don't feel like I still do. So I just kind of keep going back and forth and adding more product until I'm happy with it. I'm never really fully happy with my contour. I'm going to blend that out with a bronzer, because when you blend it out with a lighter shade, it definitely makes it look more natural. And I'm going to mix these two shades together for the sides of my temples. And this way it actually helps balance out the contour, and it's not just your cheeks that look, or not your cheeks, but your cheekbones that look so dark. This kind of helps give your entire face dimension, like you're not wearing a flat foundation. So now I'm going to take my bronzer and just a fluffy brush. I'm just going to go like this. And putting bronzer on kind of makes like a transition color for your contour, so it doesn't look like one big line of just brown. Like, that's not cute. And this is just something I do to like just blend it all in and make it look as natural as possible. Is I take the banana shade from the contour kit. I take my same tapered highlighter brush, and I go underneath here, and it helps sharpen up that contour. See how it does that? I love this trick. Okay, so now we're gonna do my nose, because as you can tell, it's like dark, dark, and then it's like nose, like just there, like. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. blending brush, and I'm going to go in with that gray shade, and this is more of a natural shade, so you're not putting like heaps and heaps of the darkness like on your nose, and it's not like, oh wow, your nose is really contoured. This looks a lot more natural, so I swirl it, tap it off, and then I go right, I don't know how to explain this, hold on, right on the side. You don't want to bring it down here, because that's just going to make your nose look wider, because you're making this all dark, and then that's just going to look, in the end it's going to look wider because you're bringing it past here. So I go up here, the other side, and then I actually hate the tip of my nose. Like I don't know why, I just feel like it's so big, so I kind of take it right here and try to like make a new tip of my nose, kind of. Okay, so now for blush, I'm going to be taking my Luxe 504 Large Angled, and I'll be taking my NYX blush in Dusty Rose, and I just place it here and then swipe up and down, up and down. I place it right above the contour that we did, so I'm not like, you know, disrupting that. And this also helps like draw more attention to your cheekbones. So now to illuminate or highlight, I'll be using my Becca powder in Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. This is actually my favorite highlighter ever. I own Opal from them, Rose Gold, and this is honestly like, this shade just like blows them all away. Like nothing but good things to say. Brush I'm going to be using, I got this in a Milani, I want to say blush, I think, and it's actually really, really amazing for highlighting. And then I take my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and I spray pretty far, but I spray the brush, and then I take Champagne Pop. And it's just like, it intensifies the highlights so much more, because even though it's fall, I still love like dewy skin. Do it one more time. So you do it here because, and I do a little bit above the eyebrow, take my finger, my middle finger, and I do the tip, blend it with my other finger, and right down here. Make sure none of this moves because we've spent so much time. I'm taking my All Night and I'm really going to bathe in it. Get ready. The reason I love this stuff so much is because it literally makes your makeup last all freaking day, and on top of it, like, my skin always feels really hot. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one, but my skin always feels so warm, and when I spray, it's just so cooling, and it's like a breath of fresh air for your skin, and I freaking love this stuff. Like, I don't know what I'd do without it. Alright, so there you have it. That is my contour and highlight routine. If you guys have any other questions, I would be happy to assist you. You can ask me over Twitter. I am always on there. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next video where I'm going to be showing a tutorial on my fall look number 2. So I hope you guys have a great day. I love you. Bye. I'm in love with the cold. I got it for the Lord. I hit my plug, that's a troll up.